everyone, welcome back to another episode of Talking Indie Mayhem. I'm Madilyn, your host for tonight, and we have a great group of people to chat with tonight. Just a little bit about me before we get started. I'm a fantasy author. I kind of write in urban fantasy, romantic fantasy, shifter fantasy, just a mashup of things. This is my latest book behind me. If you want to check it out, it is published widely. But what we are going to do first is we are going to bring in the winner of episode 5. But I do want to point out that the poll on the video, the crowd suggested that Anneliese would be the winner, and she did not win, guys. So let's bring in our winner. Mr. Jim Nettles.
I second that motion. Anneliese was the winner.
So, Jim, when they asked you to be on the show, what did you expect?
Well, it was Ron and Joe. And so my expectations were for an extraordinarily highly and well-produced event.
So, when you got to going on the show, what did you think?
I was really disappointed in the green room and all the food in the back of the room, all that sort of stuff. I mean, I was really expecting craft services to be a whole lot better. Craft services just could have been so much better. But no, it was a lot of fun. Now I'm always going to give Ron shit, but no, it was a tremendous amount of fun.
You can't not give them shit. I mean, it's a crazy show with some crazy questions. So,
and the fun part of that was we had spent all day Saturday broadcasting live for continual stuff for the oh Lord, I don't remember which one it was. Yeah, we'd been running an all-day convention the day before online. I'd already been in a meeting that morning. Then I jumped into the show, and then I had another round of meetings that afternoon. So yes.
Gosh. That's crazy.
I was trying to behave and pretend to be nice.
I mean, you did a pretty good job for a show that you kind of were given the ability to act up a little bit and have fun. So, did you have a favorite question that they asked by chance?
Yes, my personal favorite. Yes, it was. My personal favorite question was the 3 laws of robotics. And I was like, wait, there's 4. And I got an internal dialogue in my head. And I was like, oh, wait.
Well, one of the clips I pulled from the show, I'm going to show it and then we can talk about it.
Oh, this can't be good.
I have a lot, so it's going to be a blast.
Well, we're going to start with I'm on planet Earth currently.
Welcome.
Thank you. I'm just getting back. It's been a rough trip. My favorite family member, just in case the wife ever sees this, I guess I ought to say her. And what's the dumbest thing I've done in the last month other than being here? So let's see. What is the dumbest thing I've done in the last month? Ooh.
30-minute show. Just saying.
Yeah, well, I'm thinking you said 30. I'm taking 29 of it. That's a really good question because it's hard to gauge what the absolute dumbest thing is I've done. But as I'm getting stuff ready for Scottish games next weekend here in Charlotte, I just sprayed black rubber all over my arm when I picked up something that had not dried yet. We'll go with that one.
That's a good one. That sounds very dumb.
I thought it was pretty funny how you kind of roasted Ron for a second there. So I had to share that and bring it in again because I like to pick fun at Ron and RJ when we're on the show because it's the best show to do that, right?
Well, if I can absolutely get to see Ron, by the way, that would be the wife, but she can't hear anything that's going on, so she has no idea what I said.
So we're being nice, so.
Yeah, but I'll make her go watch it one of these days, or that way. That's the only way she's going to find out what it was I actually said. Yes. As she waves her hand and says, "I'm going back to my people." I'm still sitting in a hotel room in Atlanta, so this is the second event I have for this week. So,
man, but you're pretty busy during the season, right?
It is. I was at JordanCon this past weekend, which was a blast. This is a business convention right now. I get home late Wednesday night. Then Friday morning, we leave for Richmond for RavenCon, which will be the first RavenCon they've had in a couple of years. Then I get a week at home. Then we've got, I'll be in Charleston for Atomicon, which is always a fun one. Then the weekend after Memorial Day, first weekend of June, will be Con Carolinas in Charlotte.
Okay.
And I'll be there at Con Carolinas, which is always it's a writer heavy con in the Southeast. Then June, I've got something. I don't remember what it is. Then July, I'll be up at Grandfather Mountain Scottish Games for 10 days. Yeah, Robin, love to. She just left the room. She's like, I've already heard enough of you for one. So she left. I'll be at Grandfather Mountain for 10 days, throwing heavy objects and teaching people to throw heavy objects and drinking and cooking. Then we'll be at Congregate in Winston-Salem. The next weekend is, I think, a free weekend. Then the last weekend is GalaxyCon for 4 days of book sales. Then I'll be at DragonCon for Labor Day weekend. There could be some surprises coming out about that. Some things for that. Then I'll have Multiverse back here in Atlanta again in October. Time Travelers Weekend out at the Ren Fair. I've got a bunch of workshops coming up. So yeah, I'm not doing anything at all.
That's crazy. Well, speaking of drinking, here's another good clip, guys.
If at first you don't succeed,
Drink.
Jim, drink. Good.
Drink.
Anneliese,
continue drinking.
continue drinking. And Rob?
Drink again. So you drink again, and then continue drinking.
I felt that you kind of started a trend there. Like, everybody's drinking on the show. So, which is nothing new. I mean, we kind of all have to have a drink every now and then to relax, right? So
Absolutely. I'm here to encourage bad behavior.
yeah.
I'm sorry. No, I am here to be a warning for others. No, that's not it. Something.
So when you heard that question, was that the first answer that popped into your head, or did you have something else pop into your head? Because I know, like, at that point, everybody was kind of catching on to the whole, like, hilarity behind the questions and everything and the, like, craziness. So
That was probably the first thing to pop in my head. Either that, or it was also the fact on the other side of me, I had some stuff going for work and trying not to cuss out people.
nice. Best time to drink.
Yeah. I was going to go and be sitting next to the big pool thing out back, but it was a little chilly and damp. So alas, this is actual water, by the way.
Nice. Well, another good clip I have, which kind of was something that surprised me in the show, and I thought it was really good. So which is why I picked this.
I think.
But I have a question then. If you get what you steal, what do you get if you buy it?
Well, if you buy our book, you get a tremendous sense of satisfaction and
Yes.
accomplishment, and
Not-
then you get
Not even describable.
you get laugh stuff happening later.
What happens if you steal the book though? Because do you then get it?
You do, yeah. I mean, that's self-evident.
Yes.
We need money, so we would like people not to.
You don't not get what you buy,
Yeah.
beg, borrow, etc. So often get those. But
Yeah.
And don't buy it and then return it online either.
God, I hate those people.
Oh,
No.
that would be bad.
Yeah.
This really, I felt like, surprised them because they took a minute. They're like, wait, we're getting asked the question. And I like that because you kind of like flip the game around on them.
Yeah, well, I mean, anything that makes Ron go and wait, this is my show. No. And by the way, since I was wearing one of my more stylish hats for the episode, it was all about.
Nice. That is awesome. And so, since you're the winner, do you have a strategy for moving forward for the semifinals?
Strategy? Hell, I was trying to lose the first one.
Okay, so the strategy is to try to lose, right? And then you end up winning.
No. At this point, I'm all in. Now I'm all in. It's just go for the kill.
Yes, I like it.
Which
So-
means I'm just gonna. Before I was only channeling Paul Lynn on every other answer. Now it's going to be straight through. Wait, never mind. That's wrong term. Okay. But anyway, yes, I'm going to be channeling my inner Paul Lynn and trying to work the snark in for every answer.
Hey, that is a good method to go into the semifinals. I think it's awesome. And I mean, you're going to be competing against me as well as several others. So it's going to be interesting because I did not plan to win either when I did it because I was like, I'm going to suck at this. And yeah. Did you feel like you were winning at any point? Did you feel like you were ahead?
I believed I had the power in me to be able to do it. And that, there was some great deity that probably was named Loki that was going to bless me with a final victory. And so, yes, I was certain that there was at least a slim chance in hell that I might have to play around too.
Nice. So if you could give some advice to the losers of all the shows that have happened so far, what would you give it?
Stop taking it so seriously, damn it.
Nice. Well, Jim, thank you so much for chatting with me on the show tonight. It was a blast. So have fun at your cons. And we're going to be hearing from our crazy show directors next. Ooh.
Well, again, I love doing the show. And as always, I love Joe. I guess I love Ron too, if I have to.
Yes.
But, it's always competing with him. He's got better tuxes than I do. But I did not kilt up tonight, which I could have done.
Yeah, the kilt. I think the kilt would win over on the tuxes for real. So
yeah, I may have to do
there.
that for round 2.
Yeah.
But thank you for hosting this evening. It's always lovely.
All right, we'll see you later.
Sounds good. Y'all don't miss me too much, or don't get caught.
Hey, RJ.
Hey.
Hello.
So,
and that's bullshit. Kilts over tuxes.
I mean, a kilt is...
This is America.
So for the viewers watching tonight, we had the losers scheduled for Loser Town, but they're MIA.
They are
They
such
are
losers.
total losers.
I mean,
Yeah.
one
They
of them
didn't even
is
show up.
at Disneyland or is it Disney World? One of the two. Which
Disneyland.
Just a little
Disneyland,
bit
where all
jealous
losers
of.
go, famously.
Yeah.
Oh, you just lost. Where are you going? Disneyland.
Yeah.
With 5 kids, it might be a punishment. I mean, they have a lot of kids.
Yeah.
I mean, who knows how many they'll have when they get back?
When they get back, yes.
Well, I mean,
Because the
I
only
have
reason
a
you
cat
have 5
joining us tonight too, guys. So I don't know how he's managed to go through the books stuff.
magic. I will say the only reason to have 5 kids is spares.
Right.
So that's smart.
So, guys, what did you think of this episode?
There was a lot of fun in this episode. We had a lively bunch.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, as you know from being on the show, Madilyn, the contestants, their interaction determines how awesome the show is. So
It's not us. It's not our fault ever.
it has nothing to do with the hosts. But I mean, it is true that there are some people we can't get any reaction out of, or at least not enough. And we'll see one of those in the future.
So how did you guys feel about that question, Jim, during the show?
Well, I don't like being sassed. That's why I hit my children so much.
It worked out this time, but we don't want them to get all, what's the word?
Uppity?
Yeah. I wanted you to say that instead of me.
I think RJ saved it by saying, you don't not get what you buy, beg, or borrow, etc., which I thought was great. However, we rose above the insult and did not cheat to make him not the winner.
No,
which we could do.
Would have been easy.
Yeah. And I did notice that
we're too decent.
You changed up the point system on this episode too. So what inspired that change?
Well, we wanted to do a few things. One, take it into account that it is an internet show and people aren't all in the same room, and so we have problems on some of the episodes, and we wanted to embrace that. And then some of the answers to the questions and the how to get to know you are great, and some are just long and pointless. And we wanted to, I wanted to reward people for succinct and funny. And it's funny, we've recorded some shows where the introductions and the get to know the people take forever. We just, next week's episode
And
is
then
really
my
great.
third
but
dog
it was long.
died.
Yeah, we actually had a guy. Well, we fixed it in post, I guess, is what we did, and it was funny. The bad thing was the next episode, everything was funny, and it was really hard to cut. Which I don't want to spoil next week's Talking in Mayhem, but yeah, it was the first time we decided
there's so much good stuff.
Yeah, we have to shorten the get to know the guests part. That was impressive. But this troop of people, they were great contestants, and we were lucky. I mean, I think they reacted well, and I don't like the contestants who think they need to be quiet. You know, like, oh, I don't want to laugh. Even though in the beginning we say it's okay if you laugh during the show. In fact, it'd be helpful. You know, we do a training, and still they defy us.
When did you start the training?
After some,
you.
Yeah, later.
Oh gosh. Well, I do want to talk about one clip. So
lay it on us.
All right. Next question. Back to important business. True or false? I love cars.
Rob?
True.
That
Specifically Porsches.
It was very unfair since he lives in Spokane where we are, and we're neighbors, and we've known each other for years.
So he's seen your collection.
And you drive a different car every time you come over.
I like that. That's my dream.
All right. So can you confirm the rumor that Ron actually has a different Porsche for every day of the year?
He does, but most of them are in the shop.
Oh gosh, it's like a dream.
I like how RJ, you keep your face kind of serious, and Ron like loses it laughing, and I felt like it kind of turned back around. Like Jim turned it around on you again.
I only have 6 cars, but I have plans for another about 40.
Nice.
So,
and to be fair, I want to humble brag a little here. I have 4 cars. I am a proud American. I have 3 minivans and a Prius to help the environment.
Nice.
God, none of that sounded impressive. I would not have mentioned any of that.
What's wrong with the minivan? You can carry a lot of passengers and kids in the minivan.
I don't have any minivans. 3 of my cars are sports cars, just to compensate for stuff, and then 2 family cars, and then a truck, a pickup, a Ford F-250. So, but yes, I do have 2 Porsches. So,
here's another one. I kind of want to know where this question came from.
If there was something you really wanted but couldn't afford, would you be willing to sell one of your organs? Rob?
Absolutely not. I like all my parts.
Okay.
All right. Anneliese?
I'd part with my appendix, probably.
Sell your appendix. Okay.
That's a good
We
idea.
can check prices.
That's a good idea. Frankly, she gets a bonus point for that, for which one.
Okay.
Telling us which one. It was a secret bonus. Jim, pretend you didn't hear that. Your turn, Jim.
Ron, it would be a really tough call, but yeah, I'd be heartbroken about it. But yeah, I'd absolutely sell one of your organs.
Definitely a point.
That was a very different question than what he
First of all, I believe Jim's threat that he would. And so I'm going to do my best not to be in the same room with him ever. I don't remember. Most of the time when I'm writing questions, it's like 1 a.m, and I'm like, oh my God,
before the show.
I need to, the night before the show. So I'm like, I have to get this shit finished so I can go to sleep for at least a few hours. But I mean,
he has to look pretty the next day.
Gotta have that beauty sleep.
I wish.
I mean, it is for those OnlyFans and the what were we talking? We mentioned before the show having a goats OnlyFans page or something.
I should do that. And that one could be graphic because they're nudists. They are naked all the time. So are the chickens. Oh my God, I'm going to start a farm porn. See, that actually sounds different. Now that I say it, that's a bad idea. I'm not going to start any sort of porn. But I could see a farm animal only fan though. Especially because Rob's wife bought the chickens, and she would just be like, "Well, this sounds like a neat breed." So they have 2 of 9 different breeds, and which is great for the eggs. There's green and brown and white. I mean, the eggs are all different colors. It's like Easter for poor people, just a few colors. But yeah, because she was doing that, they ended up with way too many chickens.
Oh man, I believe it. They
And there are some
reproduce fast when they.
Yeah, I have 7.5 dozen eggs right now.
Nice, gosh,
that's a lot of eggs.
Yeah,
How do you feel about omelets?
I love eggs.
Omelets,
so this is great.
Every meal of the day.
But no matter how much I cook, I mean, we can't keep up with them. So we're definitely gonna be giving away a lot of eggs. Hey, Robin.
I will take eggs.
Oh,
yeah.
good.
You can always sell the eggs too. I mean,
well, especially now the price of eggs is like doubled. So we could. It seems like more work, and we'd end up with like $8. You know. Right. So that's probably not going to end up on my to-do list. Although the farmer next door, we have a hobby farmer next door, and he goes to farmers markets. Soufflé is a great one. So I may give them to him to sell. But like if I make a quiche, it's like 3 or 4 eggs. So we're trying to find things that take even more, like a 20 egg recipe. That would be handy.
I think we just need to send you all these recipes, and then you could freeze the quiche or like the angel food cake. You know, I mean,
we make a lot of quiche. I love quiche.
Or just freeze the eggs for later. Just have your freezer
till we're
full
older
of eggs.
Get you one of those ice trays and crack them and like put them in, and you can freeze them. That's a thing, though. Like I came across it on Pinterest.
We have 2 refrigerators.
That's a thing? That's hideous.
I know. I don't want to try it, but
we have 2 full-size refrigerators, and one is right now mostly eggs. So, I mean,
well, here is another little fun clip I'm gonna bring up.
All right, this is a question for each of you. What is the most ridiculous thing you've claimed as a business expense? Let's start with Anneliese.
Oh, all of my streaming subscriptions.
Jim?
Ooh, that's a difficult one. I'm going to say my Loki horns that are behind me.
Oh gosh, that is great. Rob?
I frequently buy video games for research.
Smart research. Good.
It's smart.
I think they all get a point for that.
I love the laughter you guys put in on there. That was fun.
It's
also,
very
I
aggressive.
really picked that clip out to like talk with Anneliese and Rob on, but you know, I mean,
again,
well, if I can interrupt, I would just say I think Joe needs to make an episode of the teaching writers show, whatever it's called, I forget, about income tax fraud, because there were some great suggestions on that one.
Yes, and then it was the previous show with all the claiming the tax stuff.
Yes.
So
we could be doing a lot more to support income tax fraud.
Yeah, we do love taxes.
Oh gosh.
In general.
And fraud.
I mean,
and fraud. Yeah, well, yeah, you get what you steal. So I mean.
Well, guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me. You can definitely stick around while we do the news if you want to. But
of course, I love news.
All right, here we go. All right, guys. So I've got the schedule for Go Indie Now this week that I'm going to be sharing with all of our viewers. We're going to be starting with Wednesday. On the schedule is a new Spotlight episode with, I hope I don't butcher this name. I apologize if I do. Issa McLaren, CEO of 3 Theories Press. That ought to be fascinating, guys. Thursday, there's a new 3-act structure, Protagonist. Yes, same one as last week, but Joe decided to move it. So I did bring that up. Friday night, live at 10 p.m. Eastern, Joe and friends get twitchy And Anita Stewart is going to be on there. So that's going to be a fantastic episode for you guys to watch. Spend your Friday night, grab your drinks, and sit down with Joe and Anita. So, and then Saturday, there is a new episode of Words That Kill, hosted again by Anita. Bring on the gore, which Anita has some fascinating horror stories, guys. Check it out. And then we go to Sunday. We are once again at This Week in Indies. And it's going to be a fun little topic, which I will reveal later in the week. So keep an eye out for our post.
That. Going to be like that.
Yes, I got to just keep it a secret, you know? I mean,
Are you
but there are
hosting
some.
again?
I'm not hosting Sunday.
Oh,
the
okay.
Sunday is Joe. I am on the show, though.
I'm on the show.
It's going to be a blast.
We'll
We're
be
all
on the
gonna
show
be
together.
hanging out, which you guys should hop on and watch. RJ, we need to get you on there. But then again, it might talk into a crazy indie mayhem thing again. So
we need some time apart.
I mean, I feel like y'all are
spend a
slowly
lot
growing
of time
into like a
together.
married couple. So
I feel like the three of us are a throuple.
yeah, you may be right. So I mean,
Just saying.
it makes me think of that wine bottle, the Menage a Trio thing. So
When you get divorced from your husband, just make sure you get the restaurant stuff.
oh my gosh.
I love food.
I mean, I am a foodie myself, so and it may not be as good as like all of your like from scratch cooking, Ron. So
Well, I don't normally describe myself as a foodie because I think that has a connotation of like snooty,
Fussiness.
weird stuff. Like you get this tiny portion of food and bubbles of something, just weird shit. And I like food,
yes,
I
okay.
love casseroles.
That makes sense. Yes, food, like actual like big plate of food. That's why I like to go those hole in the wall places. They always have the best fresh stuff. So even if they're sketchy looking on the outside, but yeah,
That's how you know that it's the best food.
It is. I mean, when in college, I had my cheerleading buddies. I was a freshman. They took me to like the bad side of town to get chicken from a food truck, and it was like the best chicken I'd ever had. So, yeah,
that sounds good. I could go for some chicken right now.
Yes.
I haven't eaten dinner
Anyway,
yet.
let's go ahead and wrap it up tonight, guys. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Check out the rest of everything going on this week with Go Indie Now. We've always got something going on. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe with the bell. Yes, Ron?
It's always time to go indie now.
Exactly. Yeah. Have a great night, everybody.
Bye, everybody.